want to talk about?
Wrestling. Wrestling is good.
Why do you do that? Oh. Why not?
It's fake.
Wrestling's not fake!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's episode of Spot Show Livestream. Yes, this is a show where me as a fan just shoot the breeze about the sport of professional wrestling. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Yes, I am live in a living color, baby, as Dusty Rose would say. So, yeah, if you want to join me in the chat, feel free to do so. Ask any questions. Speak your opinion on any topic I talk about tonight, or any topic. We'll try to get to it, or I'll try to get to it. Also, I just did hey, I got a heart. Yay! Anyway, yeah, I'd seen some kind of heart just go that way. Looked pretty cool. Never seen that, or I never noticed it. Anyway, so yeah, join me in the chat, or just be friendly. Say hello if you don't want to. Be a little shy. Don't want to talk much on the chat, or chat with me more. Just be friendly. Say hello. Also, click on that thumbs up button, or I guess I have a heart button on here. I don't know all the features of the chat thingy here, so I'm clueless. I'm clueless in that part, in that department. Also, so yeah. See, I'm doing the things already. Gosh. So yeah, that's how I was saying. Plus, it's been a long day. Let me get my train of thought again. Yes. So if you join me in the chat or say hello. Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, and I ain't totally bored you out of the room yet, be a champ and click on that subscribe button. Karen Poole, hello. Is that a ghost? Oh, Ghostbusters. Joe King, what's up? Yeah, we got just three little stories I want to talk about tonight. I have everything in order here, but I might skip one of them and talk about the Elimination Chamber for another subject, because I have a feeling I might just go off the cuff. Well, not like off the cuff, like how long has it been? Bus, race hell, whatever you want to call it. Not a soapbox, but just something like a deep dive, kind of a good discussion we can go about for, or go deep into, if this would have happened. This would happen. But yeah, also, let me go ahead and remind people too, if you're not watching this live, this will be on YouTube as long as time time can be, until YouTube shuts down, or YouTube's like, oh, let's get rid of this SOB. So you can watch this on the. I don't know why it's called replay. Not really replaying it. I guess you can call it replay. I don't know really the word for it. Basically, the recording. You can use the comments, drop me a comment or a question. I'm just, man, I'm just already losing it tonight, ain't I? But good news is I will be going home tomorrow. Thank goodness. We'll be spending some time at home. Well, I mean, not. I'll still be working, but I get to go home every day, not shack up at the hotel. And when I do these videos and live streams, I'll be in my own home, which I feel way more comfortable in. Obviously, you had joking no clue who's in the chambers or any of the matches on chamber. Well, good thing you tuned in because I will let you know later on. So anyway, with all that good stuff in a way, the whole like, share, follow. Because hey, we're going to my birthday month here, and we'll be at not sure what day it is. I think it's in March, sometime in March. That's what it says on my driver's license. So yeah, be a good birthday present if I can get crap load of new subscribers. So go to your friends. If I don't show them this video, I'm picking the better one, or come to join me on the next live stream, which will be tomorrow night. Yes, speaking of tomorrow night, before I get too ahead of myself, I did find a championship wrestling from Florida, 1981, with David Von Erich. Not sure if he does any promos on it or not, but I know he has a match. So I think the angle was, I'm not sure. You can correct me in the chat or join me tomorrow and uh, chat me up a little more about it. But I think he was kind of brought in by George Funk Jr. Since they're both from Texas. But yeah, so that will be the watch along for tomorrow night. Will be Championship Wrestling from Florida featuring David Von Erich. We talked a little bit about that last week. So that's tomorrow night. So yeah, join me tomorrow night. I'll be not as fumbly with my words and everything. But let's get this week started. I think I got everything to hold, share, subscribe, like, chat, whatever. All right, comment. Yeah. I think I got it all done. Before we get to it, always do this. All right, let's get right down to it. First little news bit. Ryan Nemeth, otherwise known as Dolph Ziggler's brother, he has filed a lawsuit. Let me scroll up here because I'm never really flipped. Hey, yes, Ryan Nemeth has officially filed a lawsuit against All Elite Wrestling, the president of All Elite Wrestling, Tony Khan, and former AEW star CM Punk, real name Bill Brooks, citing allegations of assault and breach of contract stemming from the backstage incident in 2023. Come on, folks. The Holly Races, the Bruiser Brodies, the Hercules Hernandez. They're all laughing at y'all, man. Y'all getting a little disagreement turns physical backstage. Take it outside, you settle it. That's it. Okay. Now that's out of the way. And before AEW, was he like 0 for 3, 0 for 2 in like professional wrestling? Like, didn't him and Teddy Hart get in a physical altercation and Teddy Hart smacked him around? Since then, of course, we know the 0 and 2 in UFC, which I give the guy credit, at least he tried. But like I said, at least he tried, but did not succeed at all. Got a few big paychecks, but then when he came back, went to AEW, he's like smacked the whole roster around, didn't he? So he's got like more wrestling street cred now. So anyway, the lawsuit traces back to a backstage confrontation on June 21st, 2023, between Nemeth and Punk. Just days earlier, Punk, or following Punk's AEW return on the debut of Collision on June 17th, Nemeth had posted on social media referring to someone as literally the softest man alive. a comment widely believed to be aimed at Punk. Reports suggest Punk later confronted Nemeth over the remark. Hey, if it's part of the guy, you need to back it up. 2 months later, on August 23, Nemeth was reportedly among several wrestlers sent home from AEW collision taping in Greensboro, North Carolina, due to Punk's concerns about potential backstage tension. In September 2023, Nemeth escalated the issue by filing a formal complaint with AEW executives regarding the company's handling of the situation. Wrestling observers Dave Melcher acknowledged Nemeth's legal action, stating Ryan Nemeth filed suit in Los Angeles Superior Court against AEW and CM Punk, Bill Brooks. We've had several stories over the last 2 years covering the case. The lawsuit marks another chapter in the ongoing fallout from CM Punk's tumultuous tenure in AEW, which ended when the company terminated his contract in September 23, following another backstage altercation at All In London. Yeah. Now, I'm not the only fan who's watched shooting reviews and stuff like that and listen to people's podcasts now, but we're not talking about like a group full of lawyers or engineers or something like that. I mean, this ain't like well, I always say this ain't like a construction site, but I've been on plenty of construction sites where people argue and tensions rise, and they have gotten physical on site. I have bear witness to that, but they settle it and move on. But this is what has happened with professional wrestling for a long time. Not sure why he's suing. Let's see if I can get. Sorry, folks. Excuse me. Sorry, just trying to. So yeah, there was. I mean, has seen the backstage fight between Punk and Jack Perry, which was a really a nothing burger, bu- burger. But only thing I think of apparently he was supposedly humiliated, just trying to make a few bucks. But this was kind of major news for a couple of days. Somebody else stole the thunder, which we'll talk about a little later. But yeah, this if you got a problem with somebody, just I mean, obviously Punk don't. I mean, just pull Punk aside, and say, "Hey, dude, let's talk." And if you think it's gonna get physical, that's why. Isn't that what we got? They have agents back there and stuff like that. Say, hey, this might get physical. Stay out of it. You know, clear the space out and make sure nobody else gets involved when like any fight, like in a bar or something like that, schoolyard. If it gets to the point where somebody obviously is one to fight, pull them off, separate them, then go about your business. There's no need of these lawsuits and like I said, Ryan Nemeth. I guess he's better known as Dolph Ziggler's brother. That's about it. I think he's in TNA now. I guess I don't know how well that. Like I said, I don't watch TNA. I know I should be. Guess this is another week I'll repeat that and still haven't moved forward with watching TNA. as long or along with NXT and SmackDown. I watch a little bit of SmackDown, a little bit of Collision here and there, but not to the point where I can do full shows on it. Um, Most of the time, it's when I'm doing my weekly reports at home before I email them to the office. But other than that, I don't see what he's. I guess maybe this might be one of those situations where it will sell out of court. He gets a little bit of money, sign a NDA, and go about his business. So that puts that into bed. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the elimination chamber predictions. Let's go with that. All right, this Saturday, March 1st, WWE presents Elimination Chamber in Toronto at the Rogers Center. Card looks okay, not bad. Can't complain. Where's my notes? I got to scroll all the way down. So far, just 4 matches plus a segment here. So let's get talking about it. All right, one of the matches is a non-sanctioned match between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. As far who first somebody win this, even though the non-sanction part seems like to be a blow-off match, I do believe Kevin Owens probably wins this one. Because you know the old saying, heels go over on their feet, baby faces go over on their back. Sami Zayn will look courageous, fighting the injury as best he can, but Kevin Owens will be more healthy, stronger, tougher, meaner. Will go, stop at nothing to defeat Sami Zayn. That's the story I believe they're going to tell in this match, and that's why Kevin Owens will win this one. Maybe this will lead to a WrestleMania match. Who knows? This depends on what happens with this match here. We have a women's tag team match here. Tiffany Stratton, Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. I think they're gonna go. I think Tiffany and Trish will win this one. Hey, they're in Trish's hometown. Don't see Nia Jax eating the pin. That's why Candice LeRae is there. She will be the one eating the pin. Won't hurt her one bit. And would imagine you want to keep the new champion Tiffany Strong since she is going against Charlotte Flair come WrestleMania. So need to make Tiffany look good in this match and come out strong. So I do believe Tiffany Stratton and Trish the Dish Stratus will win that one. And of course, as far as segments 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 go, we have one featuring The Rock and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes supposed to answer The Rock saying, "Hey, I want your soul, Cody." I do believe Cody's going to be like, "Okay, you can have my soul. Can I keep my adrenaline? Get it? Adrenaline in my soul." Oh my God, it's Cody Rhodes. At least that's what Rhea Ripley said the lyrics of that song is. But I think Cody's going to stay babyface. This, of course, will piss off The Rock. And we'll get more on that later. All right. And we got a women's elimination chamber match. Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss, Bailey, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez. Winner of this match gets a shot at WWE Women's World Champion at WrestleMania 41. The champion, of course, right now it's Rhea Ripley. I think Rhea Ripley's going to keep the title Monday. She goes up against Io Sky, and I'm pretty sure Rhea will win that one. Be a good match, but I don't think Io, excuse me, is going to defeat Mommy on Monday. So it will be Rhea Ripley, I do believe. I wouldn't mind Bianca winning, but I'd rather have a little bit longer storyline, a little more of a build up between Bianca and Rhea. A little more story because I think they can have a good story, good build up, and a good money match at Wrestle. I've said this for I think a couple years now. Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair would be a good uh, money match as far as the women's division is concerned. Which I really don't see nobody else. We've done Liv Morgan in and out. She's one half the tag champions. I mean, maybe that's what they'll do too. They might have Bianca win, and then maybe defeat Rhea come WrestleMania. Then build up another year-long storyline between the two, and at WrestleMania 42, Bianca and Rhea again for the Women's World Championship. That time with Rhea winning it, or they just have them face one more time and call it a day. I think they could have a bigger, better storyline build up and uh, build up to a good money match 22. Has she ever faced Bailey, Rhea? I can't think off the top of my head. I don't think Roxanne Perez will win. I think she's going to be, they're going to give her a good showing. Probably one of the first ones eliminated. I mean, only reason I see Alexa Bliss, Bailey, or Naomi winning it, it's just, I don't see Naomi winning it at all. Which I think Bianca will wind up eliminating Naomi, maybe. Unless they don't feel like putting tension between the two already. So that leaves Alexa Bliss and Bailey. And the only reason I think they would let Alexa or Bailey go up against Rhea at WrestleMania just to have Rhea go over on a former top WWE women's star. Which I mean that'd be fine with me too. That way you can actually save Bianca and Rhea for next year, possibly have a more of a build up storyline. Maybe Bianca might win the Women's Royal Rumble next year. Who knows? Or Bianca could win at the one of the other big pay per views this coming year, maybe Survivor Series or SummerSlam. Then keep build the story up again between Bianca and Rhea. And like I said, this is just my opinion. I think Bianca and Rhea can have a definitely a good build up, good money match 22. But only reason I believe if Alexa Bliss wins, Alexa Bliss been there, done that, former WWE Women's Champion. one of the top stars at one time. It'll be just another notch in Rhea's belt. Same way with Bailey. Bailey's been there, done that. It'll be just another notch in Rhea's belt. But they want to keep building the mystique and or building the legacy of Rhea Ripley being the most dominant female wrestler in WWE history. So having one of those two women, you know, under your or victories over one of those two women on your resume will not hurt. And of course, this brings us to the men's elimination chamber match. We have John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, and Damian Priest, and Seth Rollins. Wow, where can you go on this one? I think it's going to come down to maybe Damian Priest. I don't think so. I mean, even though he's on SmackDown and all that, yeah. Now I can see if they're building up a CM Punk versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania. I don't know why. Who cares? Or a John Cena and Logan Paul match, maybe. Let's see. Now, if it's John Cena and Logan Paul, you can have a rematch between Seth and CM Punk at WrestleMania. There's still tensions there. See, I kind of think I'm keeping it between John Cena and CM Punk because I can see John Cena winning the chamber, go to WrestleMania, do the thing that people's been wanting to see for you know decade. Or I won't say decades now. Ever since the first couple years, or at least half, you know, first half of John Cena's top guy run. This chair is so freaking. That is. They want him to see him turn heel, so he'll turn heel, beat Cody Rhodes, and not sure when was supposed to be this last match. Was it supposed to be WrestleMania? Or anyway, uh, do the Cody Cena rematch at SummerSlam. Let Cody get the belt back. I haven't heard too much about that. I mean, I think one of the Wyatt Six is hurt. I think what's his name? Bo Dallas or Captain Howdy or Uncle Howdy, excuse me. Captain Howdy was a character on Strangeland, I think. An old horror movie from the 90s. Pretty decent. Had Dee Snider from Twisted Sister. Not sure if I can go back and watch it now, but at the time it was kind of decent. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, I think Bo Dallas is injured right now. Also, I think Bliss is supposed to be on the Raw brand. They put the Wyatts on SmackDown. So, not sure how that's going to work. And even though Bliss has been on Raw, or supposed to be on Raw brand, she hasn't made too many appearances on the thing. Or she on Smack. I could be wrong. I thought she was supposed to be on Raw brand. I thought she was supposed to be on Raw. So this. Okay, so she is on a SmackDown brand. My bad. I guess some reason I thought she was on the Raw brand. Let's see. According to Yahoo, Alexa Bliss's major WWE plans canceled. When was this written? This month. Plans for former WWE Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss changed significantly after the Royal Rumble. Alexa Bliss made her long-awaited return at the Royal Rumble 2025 after 2 years. Bliss took a break from the WWE to announce her pregnancy with her husband Ryan Cabrera. The couple welcomed their daughter in November 2023. Since then, rumors about her return have been buzzing for quite some time. Many fans expected Alexa to return after the White Six debut, but nothing came of it. Ahead of Royal Rumble, reports revealed that WWE had planned for her to be part of the storyline involving the White Six. Those were scrapped, leading to the cancellation of her return on for Raw on January 13th. Let's see, following the cancellation, the promotion moved the White Six to SmackDown during a transfer window. WWE also planned for Alexa to go to Raw following her return. This fueled speculation that she wouldn't join the White Six, with both sides finally going their separate ways. Amidst this, recent reports have revealed WWE has canceled major plans involving Bliss following her return. Alexa Bliss' future plans takes a turn. A few days ago, reports emerged that WWE planned to keep Alexa Bliss on Raw. However, those plans appear to have been scrapped, as recent reports from PWI Insider reveal Bliss will be moved to SmackDown rather than Raw following the Royal Rumble. As Alexa Bliss prepares to join SmackDown, she will likely meet White Six and possibly join the faction. This move would also revive the plans WWE had her a few weeks ago. So it might could happen anyway. So yeah, she is on the SmackDown with the White Six. So maybe something happens at the Elimination Chamber. Mm, I mean, like I said, I'm not sure why would it. Not, really not sure. Plus, I thought I heard that Bo Dallas was injured anyway, which he's kind of leader, the mouthpiece. He doesn't need to wrestle, so him being injured shouldn't be that big of a deal. Anyway, back to the men's side. What was I saying? Now I can see CM Punk win it. With that being said, unfortunately, Punk would win at WrestleMania. Nothing against Punk, but I just don't. I think it's time for him to start uh, eating some pins now instead of beating everybody, or at least one anyway. Um, but Punk could win because Paulie owes him a favor. The Rock would, CM Punk would sell his soul to The Rock, Maybe Paul Heyman being the middleman in that negotiation. And The Rock helped CM Punk become or beat Cody Rhodes. And again, Cody could win the rematch. Whenever that happens. But then again, I want mine, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, be good, be cool. I think it's supposed to be Drew and Damian at WrestleMania. So that kind, I mean, trying to think here. Sorry, I'm silent and kind of looking at this. And like I said, when I have no, I have no insider knowledge or anything like that. I'm just kind of working it out in my head how it would work. Just reading some, I mean, because everybody, all fans read a little internet news. So let's see if it, no, 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 no. No, I don't want the end version. So we got Drew versus Damien. Let's say CM Punk versus Seth Rollins again. Mm. Now leaves will leave John Cena versus Cody Rhodes and now Logan Paul by himself. Uh, do whatever. I don't know. It's kind. I'm still. I'm pretty much at a toss up. It's either going to be CM or CM Punk or John Cena. Because if it's CM Punk, then and they've kind of teased the idea of maybe a 3-way match, Cena versus Punk versus Cody. Not sure why they want to do that for, but so I mean, what do you guys think? Have y'all kind of drawn the same conclusions I am? It's going to come down between. Really a toss up between CM Punk and John Cena because you can see, uh, if it's John Cena, it could be him turn heel, or just could be John Cena puts Cody over his last match, his last WrestleMania match, or CM Punk where he CM Punk turns heel and aligns himself with the final boss, The Rock, CM Punk sells this. I mean, that would be intriguing a little bit. CM Punk, who's Mr. Anti-Establishment, uh, kind of don't supposedly didn't like The Rock being a part timer, which I'm pretty sure a lot of that was storyline at the time. But now to align himself with the final boss, The Rock, and now people like storyline uh, mode, obviously. Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins say, "Hey, we told you we were right about CM Punk." I mean, I think it is an option, but and that would kind of. I mean, I just don't think they want. I, some reason I don't think they want to turn Cody heel. It's kind of the whole kind of the same reason all those years they didn't want to turn John Cena heel. I mean, I think a lot. It's kind of like the Jey Uso thing. I think a lot of the hate comes from the internet wrestling fans, or could be just bots or just trolls and stuff like that. Just going to complain about everything. Because just about every time I see Cody come out, he gets great reactions and stuff like that. Now I do see when they do the segment on at the Elimination Chamber, they would they might do something to keep uh, like Cody won't answer the Rock. They'll just keep it lingering until WrestleMania. But I got a feeling I don't think they want to pull the trigger on turning Cody. I mean Cody, like us was it last week? Week before last we talked about this. Um, I think Cody be a good heel, especially if they let him be uh, the heel he was in the Independence and TNA before AEW. Yeah, but I think Cody does those Make a Wishes too, and sells a lot of merchandise to kids, or sells a lot of merchandise. And when you make that kind of money for the WWE, they don't want to really turn somebody. Or they could, I mean, something that popped in my mind. I guess that would if they would do I kind of did hear, and like I said, this is internet wrestling BS. I don't think it's um, it's etched in stone, right? I don't think it's etched in stone like it used to be. I think I think people like to mess with other uh, wrestling journalists. I like just to watch it. Like this right here. I like to watch, make a prediction. If it happens, it happens. Hey, if it don't, it ain't because I had insider information, you know. But maybe John Cena wins Elimination Chamber. Paul Heyman owes CM Punk a favor, so Paul Heyman talks to, I guess, Triple H or somebody, and uh, pulls one of those favors and say, "Hey, let's I owe CM Punk one, so anyway, let's put CM Punk in there." Yeah, it would be, but I mean, sometimes if it's not broken, why fix it? Oh, yeah, and see, I don't. I mean, regardless of, yeah, I understand there is, you know, they do pipe in noise for everybody, I think, but you got to sit there and watch the crowd's reaction. Cody gets good reactions. Jay Uso gets great reactions right now. You know, CM Punk, he gets great reactions, um, but if they let Cody turn heel, he's got to be that heel that he was in the Independence and TNA. But it almost sounds like if now it would make sense if he does turn heel, it's because he just caved in the, you know, the pressure, uh, like Seth Rollins' character did, CM Punk's character did, because he's been going. I mean, he's not really taking a break. He's kind of give off that, you know, aura that he's tired. He's had his supposed friends, Kevin Owens, turn their backs on him. Mm, it could also, and see, I really don't want to argue against that. My thing is, I don't think they want to. Um, Now, I do, unlike some people who do this stuff like that. I have faith in Triple H and his crew of his creative crew of making this good, or they won't totally. I won't say sabotage, or not really sabotage, or just because obviously they're not going to purposely sabotage anybody, especially somebody who's making the money. But will they? Which would get over better? Tease a heel turn. I'm talking about the pain. I'm not talking about uh somebody. I can't describe myself. I try to be somewhat base about this as well. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, they suck. This sucks. This needs to happen." I'm not. I'm not gonna follow that trend of this. Follow everybody else's. Like I said, a lot of the people who want Cody to turn heel, uh, it's the same ones who like whine about Jey Uso when the Royal Rumble. But before that, like, we want somebody kind of new. Somebody, let's try and get somebody else a shot. Okay, here you go, Jey Uso. Why not? Like, oh no, no, because I think that bit him. That I think that bit him in the past. Nothing against Ryan Danielson. I mean that was actually over. That was hell over. But he wound up like, not really. I guess the fault of his own. It's not his fault. He got injured, but see, I can kind of almost see that too. I think I kind of discussed that too. Um, Kind of reverse the roles a little bit. Maybe because for whatever reason, now I'm not saying The Rock versus Roman Reigns wouldn't draw money. It's just we read these same people's like, oh, no, you got to do 25 super kicks to have a great 5-star match. Or if it isn't AEW, it's not going to be a 5-star match. All they're boring matches and stuff like that. Yada yada yada. I mean, you probably know what I'm talking about. Roman Reigns and The Rock, it's not going to be a 5-star match. Now maybe people will get into it a little bit because it is The Rock and Roman Reigns. Well, let the people turn on them. But the fact is that they didn't. Well, I mean, they turned on John Cena. I mean, you remember John Cena's coming in as a heel or a babyface, and the crowd was uh, going with the rhythm of his entrance music. Da, 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 da. John Cena sucks. I mean, I'm not saying Cody wouldn't be, like I said, um, what am I trying to say here? I mean, I guess kind of being a fan here, I'd rather see Cody get a clean win over Punk. That's kind of part of the reason. But if it makes for a good story, because I mean, this basically is going to start off a story that's going to be from now until next year's WrestleMania, probably. Um, and like I said, I, I think if they do the Cody cracks under the pressure, turns heel, and I think that there's a story they can go with that story. Like I said, I had complete confidence of Paul Levesque and his creative crew to tell a good story of that. And I think I think Cody can come back out of that, especially if he can be the heel that he was in Independence. It's kind of like I said last week. They will turn him. The fans will turn him back to a babyface. They'll start cheering him again. So I think they kind of understand that. I think that's why they don't want to do that. Kind of like with John Cena. I think that, I mean, because it was the Make a Wish, foundation things and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I can see your point in it. Turn him now. eh, he's hot, but like I said, if you watch it, you can tell they're kind of trying to tell a story that he's exhausted, he's tired, he could be cracking under pressure. Because I seen something the other day. It's like, oh, you fans are the reason we didn't get the Rock versus Roman Reigns last year. It's like, do y'all really want to see a Rock versus Roman Reigns match? Yes, it will be a money match. That's it. It's not going to be a. Because guarantee you, week or two after WrestleMania, after the Rock versus, or even a day or two after WrestleMania, after a Rock and Roman Reigns match, half all those, probably 80% of those same people could be like, "That was such a boring match." It's like I said, Rock and Roman Reigns is not going to be a 5-star match. He'll put a lot of asses in the seats. That's about it. And it'll be a good match for what it is. Punch, kick, spear, people's elbow, rock bombs, Superman punches, repeat. But like I said, I think they do turn him heel. I have complete confidence they'll tell a good story. But we should see. It's gonna be it does keep people interested though. Will they or won't he? It's kind of like uh, Tony and Angel Bauer. Will they? Won't they hook up? Who is the boss? Yes, I am that old. Right. Anyway, that went deeper than I thought it was going to be. All right, get to the next story here, but yeah, like I said, or like you said, turn while he's hot. Don't wait till he's cooling off. And no, he don't. But eventually, obviously not this year's WrestleMania. Which I mean, if they're gonna do it, it's gonna have to be next year's WrestleMania. It's like I said, was it last week, 2 weeks ago? That door is close to closing. That window of opportunity is, like I said. I mean, it's not gonna be. I mean, there was a reason. The Rock at last year's WrestleMania was a tag team match. Him and Roman Reigns versus Cody and Seth Rollins. But I mean, because supposedly Netflix wants Cody on Raw. They also want Roman Reigns on Raw. So therefore, you can have your Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. See, Seth only had to be in that match at WrestleMania. Probably build that up to say SummerSlam or something like that. Seth be like, "Hey, I can't believe you," because he gave that promo last week. You not slapping Rock in the face is kind of like a slap in my face because here I am, you know, bad back, bad knee, and everything. I was your shield and everything to help you get that championship. And now you're even considering aligning yourself with The Rock. Then when he does it, that'll be a good storyline. Hey, I can't believe you freaking did that. And that you build a good match and a good little program between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins when Cody goes to the Raw. And of course, this is like I said, this the whole what Netflix wants as far as who they want on Raw. Whether they get that or not, I have no clue. It's just stuff I read. That's why I proceed everything with supposedly. Supposedly. I'm not 100% on it. But anyway, let's scroll back up here. All right. So speaking of rumors and what's the old word? What's the old saying? Conrad Thompson says rumor and innuendo. I think this actually got kind of started on his podcast as well. So let's get right to it. Let's see. So I'll just read the article like it is. Vince McMahon's potential return to wrestling business continues to generate speculation, but if he is planning on new venture, it will not include Fox. That was the rumor. Beginning of this week was possibly a uh, supposedly Vince McMahon wants to get back in the wrestling game, and he has been talking to Fox. Rest of the article proceed or includes McMahon resigned from the WWE and TKO in January 2024 following the SA and trafficking allegations made him by former employee Janelle Grant. Despite the scandal, reports emerged in late 2024 that the man was preparing to launch a new keyword there, entertainment company. On a recent episode of 83 Weeks, Conrad Thompson and Eric Bischoff discussed the rumors surrounding McMahon's possible new company. Thompson claimed he heard whispers that McMahon was reaching out to former WWE executives and wrestling cameraman, fueling speculation that the project could involve pro wrestling. Adding to the intrigue, Thompson mentioned an unverified rumor that Fox might be involved in McMahon's plans. He found it notable that McMahon was allegedly in discussions with wrestling cameramen, but initially dismissed the idea as mere speculation. However, he also questioned why McMahon attended this year's Super Bowl, which was broadcast on Fox. This is the Super Bowl. What else? I mean, he don't have a job. He can go attend the Super Bowl this year. Anyway, I digress. Seeking Bischoff's thoughts, Thompson asked whether he believed was any truth to the rumors or if it was simply this conspiracy theory. Bischoff admitted that he heard similar talk and found it plausible that McMahon could be seeking another opportunity in the wrestling business. However, he struggled to understand why Fox would have any interest working with McMahon. Despite the speculation, it appears that Fox has no intentions MMN's rumor plans. The Athletics' Andrew Markin reported that a Fox spokesman denied any partnership between the network and Vince McMahon. There is a report that Vince McMahon might start a wrestling company with Fox as a partner. If McMahon is planning on that or not, I don't know, but the Fox part is untrue according to the network's spokesperson. While McMahon's future in wrestling industry remains uncertain, at least one thing is clear now clear Fox will not be part of the potential comeback. Now, do you ever think we overanalyze this stuff too much? That's what makes it fun. See, that's what makes it fun. Uh, and like I said, I try to be kind of. When I started this, I was like, okay, which I'm kind of based on. I've always been pretty based on things. Um, Especially when like other internet wrestling people like to talk. Mostly leave comments on um, social media. I try to be somewhat base about it. Uh, not try. It's not really trying if you're really doing it. But to me, that's what makes it fun. Especially when I started doing this, it's like, okay, read a few articles. If I see stuff that has potential plans, I don't read it until I get ready to. The closest I come to reading it before I discuss it here is I already got my notes written out, and if I do see something I read, that's why I see saying the word supposedly. I really don't know, don't care to know. If I see something like spoiler, don't read it. And that's why when I started doing this, like I said, I'm a fan first. I'm talking just being a fan. Like I said before, I've never been in a ring, except for I did get my picture taken with a couple wrestlers. It's Bobby Eaton, Tank and Iceberg, uh, Cal Matthew, a few independent guys and so forth as far as photo ops, but never wrestled in a ring or anything like that. Never hit a rope. Um, so when I do see stuff, like I mean, there's times I will say, "Oh, there's like a little goof here," but most time it happens. Or if I say something, this really does makes no sense to me. I'm saying it as a fan. It's just my opinion. But I'll hello, Brenda Watson. But this is what kind of makes it fun for me. When I did my Forbidden Door um, fancy booking thing, did I overanalyze a lot of things, a few things? Possibly. That's what made doing that fun. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I sit there. It was writing on the paper. I mean, okay, the week before, I don't know if y'all remember the week before I did it. I said I'm probably going to try and keep about less than 8 matches, and I wound up having like 11 or 12. But even those 11, 12, I was erasing, scratching out, or taking a pen and tossing it out, writing, ripping a piece of paper out and unraveling it back up again so I can see what I had. And that was, to me, that was kind of fun. then come on here and talk about it. That was I should do that more often because that was actually, in my opinion, that was like a lot more fun watching it than doing a recap. But I like doing the recaps as well. And when talking about the recaps, I do see. I'll watch it. I'll write down my notes, and I will not listen to a Jim Cornette, a Dutch Mantel, guess Eric Bischoff. I won't listen to none of them because, like I said, I'm doing it as a fan. Those people worked in the business, wrestled, managed, whatever, announced, so on and so forth. They can tell you, they can dissect it better than I can. And I don't want their opinions to influence mine as a fan. If that makes sense. So I think if I listen to them as much as I like Jim Cornette's opinions about wrestling, and I do agree with a lot of it, his opinions. Um, I think if I hear his opinions about a AEW match or a WWE match, and like I said, they can him and Dutch Mantel aren't whoever watching them, they can dissect it way better than I can. I try not to. If I see something, it's by chance. I'm just like I said, watching it as a fan. Like this, it's up right now. I can't help but make fun of the Rhinestone Cowboy, Adam Page, driving up in a powder blue Rivian electric truck. I mean, I just can't help myself to not make fun of it. That's something you need to make fun of. So me over now analyzing this stuff, in my opinion, when I do it, I like it. I don't know about you. I love these conversations. I love the conversations I mean, kayfabe, joking, me have been friends for decades. Let's just say that we're old for decades. I guess I was 17 or 18. We worked at the same pizza place and all that. So we've sat there and taken one little subject about wrestling and turned it to like a 5 hour conversation, an hour, you know, hour and a half conversation. We've gone to Cornelia, Georgia, NWA when it was NWA Wildside to NWA Anarchy to just Anarchy Wrestling. We would take some of the stuff they were doing, and on the car ride home, we would analyze that show. Because we're fans. Hey, we watch it. We're going to we would just totally, you know, crunch everything out. And most of the time it's like, no, wouldn't be cool. But that to me is what makes it fun, especially being a fan. Now I'm not going to go off the cuff and or go off the deep end and like like I said, there's I forgot which one it was. It was probably like a month or two ago. There was a Dynamite that was actually good. I enjoyed the whole program of Dynamite. It wasn't bad at all. But I think Jim Cornette trashed it. Eric Bischoff supposedly trashed it. But I was on here and I said, hey, I'm just a fan. That was pretty good. Now, me over and analyzing stuff, I think gives me an understanding why they're not getting a million um, watchers a week. And me being a fan, I'm like, me being a fan with the talent they have, I said this once, I say it again, I say it a million times. There is no reason they shouldn't be drawn. There's no reason I think AEW should not be drawing at least half the ratings, half the viewers as Raw. See, I thought the Vince McMahon would be a more in-depth conversation. It's really turned to nothing but. And by the way, what one thing I was going to say, there's it's been year, I mean year after year after year after year, decade. It's been decades now of rumors that Fox want to get into the wrestling game. If Fox want to get in the wrestling game, they could have bought they could have bought TNA a long time ago and brought their people in to hopefully change things around. As far as Vince McMahon's concerned, dude, first of all, if I had a television station and he had an interest of partnering up, I'd be like, dude, you got enough problems to deal with right now. I know you probably want to work and or get back to work or whatever, even at your old age. Why? You got make this go. Let's see what happens in that court case first. Then think about getting back in the game. I mean, that's now if I guess we can talk more about this next week. So, um, good question for next week. If okay, say Vince McMahon's proven, or at least in the court of law, it's never going to be, totally 100% innocent in the court of public opinion. Yeah, AEW is not bad by no means. Yeah, I mean, I agree 100% on that one. It's just a lot of bad decisions here and there. But actually, but yeah, like I said, wait till that, wait if the court case, whatever, Vince McMahon is, you know, not guilty, or whatnot, then maybe think about get back in the game and see, here's how off the deep end some of these internet wrestling people on social media go. They say Triple H is a bad booker and we need to bring Vince McMahon back. You people, before all this happened, was talking about how out of touch and everything else Vince McMahon was. And it was time for a change, time for him, ride off into a sunset. So again, let's try to keep it common sense. But but yeah, like I said, AEW's not bad by no means. They got great talent there. Like I said, it's a bunch of bad decisions. Um, yes, you can see my nice hotel room. It's me on my blurry. Yes, I got my suit. It's a double bed. soon as I get done with here tonight, I'm gonna start packing up on that suitcase. But yeah, bad decisions, no, disorganized. I think. Um, Bad deals, maybe. I mean, I've always been a first person I ever heard have creative control over their character was Hulk Hogan. And I said from that day, it's like since the internet was born, we all found out that part of his deal with WCW was 100% creative control. I always thought that was a bad idea, dumb idea. You never give talent 100% control of their character because they gonna take care of themselves. As weird as it might be, I see. Here's a rumor too. It's like supposedly when Tony Khan and Shane McMahon were talking, Shane McMahon wanted total autonomy. He wanted to take it over creatively. And I think when we talked about it on the show, the possibility of Shane McMahon coming in, that yeah, uh, Shane McMahon needs to own a piece of that company. I say, okay, Tony, you want to partner up here? Tell you what, sell me a portion of your company. I have creative control, not on me, but I have total autonomy. Um, which is going to suck too if he's going to be an on-screen character. Maybe they can, or maybe total autonomy is and other things. But as far as my own storyline, whatever the booker says, we'll do. But I mean, see, that's what supposedly when Bill Watts came into WCW, that's what was supposed to happen. He was supposed to have total autonomy and stuff like that. But he said in his interview that it looked like because that's when they started getting agents and stuff like that and lawyers. Basically, their lawyer or agent wrote a contract, like Sting's agent or lawyer wrote down the contract and then handed it to Turner Broadcasting, and Turner Broadcasting just turned around and signed it. But yeah, I mean, I kind of understand. It's like the EVPs, like the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. It's kind of hard to argue that when they're the ones kind of got the ball rolling on it to begin with. They just found, I mean, they just need a money guy, and Tony Khan was a money guy. I mean, me personally, you know, say if I was somebody with a lot of money and stuff like that, and was going to start a wrestling company, it's like, okay, I need talent. These are the talents I want. Um, I need, even though I don't think mentally, I don't know if he can be up to it anymore. I just throw another name out there, Bubba Ray Dudley. That's been a popular discussion of a possible guy who can be in creative or be a booker. Bubba Ray Dudley. It's like, okay, I want Bubba Ray Dudley, head booker. When I meet with him, and there'll probably be other candidates as well. Uh, Say, okay, I imagine you want a couple assistant bookers or stuff like that. Uh, and he'll probably be like, yeah, uh, two, you'll be fine. It's like, okay, all right. Can I pick one and you pick the other one? And I'll probably, and on top of my head, because I would want somebody kind of young, her, be like an understudy, case, this is going to be a time where Bubba Ray will get burned out a little bit. He needs to step away, and maybe somebody else can float in there, or WWE. If he's doing a good job, WWE be like, "Hey, we can offer you twice so much money. See you, dude. Once my contract out in a year, I ain't resigning. I'm going. I'm going to Connecticut. I'm going to New York. All right, understand." But I digress. Um, I mean, off the top of my head, I'll probably get like Todd Sexton or something like that. He's one of the bookers in Georgia wrestling. Does a damn good job. I mean, as far as keeping things, or like I said, one of the shows he books is Southern Fried Championship Wrestling, and that looks way. That's a little promotion in Monroe, Georgia. That looks way more organized than the multi-million billion dollar AEW. I mean, they don't. Of course, they don't do TV and all that good stuff. But as far as you go to the show, storylines, everything, it just flows real nice. Yeah, I mean, is it just see? I don't think it's the. I think it's not Tony Khan. Tony Khan is more. Oh, I want to put this guy with this guy. Go make it happen. I think it's the talent who. I think it's the Kenny Omegas, the Young Bucks, and now Will Ospreay, who brings that Japanese, who can't, who for some reason do not understand that this ain't Japan. Now, some of the stuff in Japan is cool. Some, which I ain't seen, wrestling. I ain't kept up with Japanese product in a long time, but they don't understand that people try and make a good analysis here. That yes, wrestling in America is we've done been pro. We've always been kind of pro. It's storyline. Everybody wants to see heels versus or good guy, bad guy. Um, you can try to make it seem like a legit sport somewhat, and WWE kind of does that. If you really watch it closely, WWE even makes that uh, look better than they do. It's like the other 2 weeks. It's like you had this international championship revolution gauntlet, whatever the hell it's supposed to be. Last week it was Orange Cassidy versus Roger Strong. Whoever wins that gets a shot at the international championship this week with, against Gonsuke uh, Keshna. And the winner of that faces Kenny Omega at the pay per view. It's like, okay, why you putting Kenny Omega already getting a shot at the pay per view? I mean, if you're going to do that, why not make? Why didn't you make? And I ain't said this in my Dynamite recap. Why didn't you have Kenny Omega versus somebody else? Then Orange and Omega face each other, and the winner of that match face Takeshita at Revolution for the International Championship. And another, I mean, I don't know this. I mean, he's got a lot of talent there, but he's got a lot of young talent who's just sitting there collecting dust almost. But yeah, I mean, Will Ospreay, good signing, but that has not moved the needle. But yeah, they gotta understand there's gotta be some kind of what's the word? What's the word? Emotional attachment, something like that. Emotional involvement, I guess, with people. It's like we can all sit here and agree Will Ospreay's a hell of a talent. Now they try to do a storyline, I'll let you sleep on my couch and with a cow fetcher and all that, but at that point, nobody really cared. But and on the flip side of that too, it's like emotional investment. There we go. The crowd fans has no emotional investment in Will Ospreay yet, and I still say a lot of that was killed when he got his feels about Triple H. Whoever, like I'll say it again, say it a million times. Um, and it's not like you know they you know other promotions ain't really mentioned it before, but it comes to a point where it's like, okay, dude, this company's on its ass. Last thing, uh, they just got rid of the guy whose major flaw, CM Punk, was whining about WWE, which he was happy to run back to. We seen that, but which makes me want to think that that's where he wanted to go back to all along. But we cannot. There's always going to be that speculation theory, but it's like one thing. The one thing people kind of hate on CM Punk the most, they got rid of. Now here you are, not doing it on live TV, talking about Triple H because you got in your feels because he may or may not be talking about you. He might have was, but he might have been, but might have was. That sounds stupid. He might have been, but just brush it aside. If you get asked about it on like a Yahoo, ESPN Sports, stuff like that, then sit there and say something about it. But when you're on live TV, you got to sell yourself. And the match that's coming up, I forgot what it was. At that point, nobody cared. But it's like, okay, it's time to put some butts in seats. You're on TV. It's time to do business. It's not time to brief about the other promotion because you've never been in the other promotion, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know. But but yes, it's a lot of the same things. You get if you get two small Japanese guys or two small guys in there now, they do that. No, first of all, no sell exchange of forearms or the no sell exchange of chops. Okay, that's a big guy spot. That's two big guys doing because that's a little more believable than two small guys. Two small guys, you do some chain wrestling, maybe some high flying, or one's a chain. I mean, back in the good old WCW cruiserweight days, yeah, you had some high flyers there, but you had Dean Malenko, not exactly a high flyer, smaller guy, lightweight, whatever, but he was more chain scientific wrestling, ground scientific wrestling. Benoit the same way. Now Rey Mysterio, he was a high flyer, and sometimes you get a high flyer against the. Te- Go back and watch Dean Malenko and Rey Mysterio, and tell me they had a bad match. One high flyer, one grounded guy, great matches. Not to say, Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio, when they had their match at Halloween Havoc that year, that was a great match. Two high flyers going at it. But I don't even know where I was going with it. But there's the thing too is about, you know, not everything needs to be a year long storyline either. I think that's what, if there's a flaw in Triple H, his booking, he wants to make everything long winded. Everything don't need to be long winded. Um, I mean, I'd rather see a Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's going to be a star. I've done said that plenty of times, along with Jacob Fatu. And I do like the idea of them not touching each other. Let's wait. Let's let that sizzle. Let's let that what's the word? Let's let that simmer. Let's tease that. Let's tease it for the fans. Then we'll get them together. And it's going to drop up that much money. But in the meantime, you can have both these guys not on year long, 2 year long feuds with other people. Just little programs, maybe some a little longer than others, but until finally it's like, okay, we got these guys where we want them. Now let's make some money. Put them together. Let's go. And I think they're both. I think Breaker's still in his 20s. I think late 20s maybe. Jacob's probably in his 30s now, and he's got a crap load of kids. So, let's see. Okay, Jacob's 32, still young. I think more. He's young. He's still kind of young, but mentally more uh, grown. I think if he's done anything stupid, it's already. Hopefully, that's all out of the system by the time you're 30. Sometimes. And Breaker. Braun Breaker's 27. So yeah. So early 30s, late 20s. They got plenty of time. And you got you signed Okada at the time too. He's your Continental Champion, even though you put him back in a Continental round robin tournament again. What's the point of that? Just ditch that. Ditch that championship. No need for it. If you're gonna use Collision for anything, or what's the other one? Rampage. Collision or Rampage needs to be your Ring of Honor show. And here's the idea. I mean, Jericho, he's your Ring of Honor champion. Let him go in there and just work with these kids. Uh, start building your young talent. Now, is everybody, all the young talent in Ring of Honor, going to be stars in AEW or stars? Period. No. How many NXT talents have there been, and them not do anything? And I mean, you got guys who can be potential stars now. You got uh, Buddy Murphy, Buddy Matthews. Not the greatest talker, but it fits well with. And that's the thing with AEW too. AEW don't have to be glitz, glamour, catchy phrases and stuff like that like the WWE. You can be more grounded. And I think somebody like Bubba Ray Dudley, who was a star in ECW and was a star in TNA and WWE, I think he can keep things kind of grounded. Especially take that ECW experience. It's like, okay. And I'm not saying every match can be garbage cans, trash cans, and broken tables. You don't need every match like that, as ECW has proven. But you can have nice little grounded storylines. Keep, you know, I mean, your motto is, this is where the best wrestle. Keep it grounded, wrestling based. You can have just two guys or two girls who just don't like each other. Go at it. Started. I mean, who knows how half these feuds ever get started? Just somebody looks at somebody the wrong way. I mean, you got your. I mean, you do got your titles. Everybody's working for it. Everybody knows. Everybody's working for that goal, but sometimes they get derailed. I mean, Tommy Rich and Buzz Sawyer had a feud for what, 3 years, 2 years solid, and I don't think there was a championship in the picture. It wasn't really over a championship. Those two guys who didn't like each other. But you can keep things grounded like that. Uh, Almost like the idea of them doing smaller venues now, which they probably should have done to begin with, then start growing from there. But like you said, they need to keep the not everybody lives, breathes Japanese wrestling. Like you said, not saying they don't have talent there. Takeshita, talented guy. I think they kind of doing him right. I mean, he's got a championship now, but not a talker, so he's got Don Callis do his talking for him. Okada, not sure what's going to come out of that. They barely have him wrestle on TV. I mean, they got the Hurt Syndicate there. They have Bobby Lashley. Everybody talks about, oh, they treated Lashley and the Hurt Business, bad. It's like, well, MVP and Bobby Lashley was together in TNA. They didn't exactly move the needle there. They didn't improve. They didn't improve nothing in TNA. Lashley. I mean, I'm a big Bobby Lashley fan. Don't get me wrong, but uh, I mean, he's had a couple. You know, like won the main championship, WWE champion, WWE World Champion, whatever, undisputed champion, whatever you want to fucking call it. He's had a couple, runs at that, and did it like set the world on fire? No. I'm saying this as a a big Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is a fucking beast, but he's not exactly going to set the world on fire. Otherwise, what's AEW doing? If he's setting the world on fire, he'd be on AEW every week. And let's see, well, last night they just made a 5-second appearance, and that was it. music came on, they came out, lost the murder machines the match, and didn't even touch anybody. Just wave, say hello, left. Anyway, it's getting about that time. I'm just like rambling here, so I've been done doing the whole time. Oh, before I forget, not wrestling related, but rest in peace to Gene Hackman. Uh, damn, this is a sad situation. I'm not sure if they know the cause or anything like that, but I mean, Gene Hackman and his wife was found with a dog, all passed away. I think this morning. What I understand, Gene Hackman's like 95 or was 95. His wife Betsy Arakawa was 65. Again, totally understandable. But same time like that, that's a little suspect. But nonetheless, well, he's one of these actors. If you see him on the bill, it's like, okay, this might not be the greatest movie in the world, but his stuff's gonna be good. He was in Unforgiven, good movie. The Replacements with Keanu Reeves as a football coach for like, storyline. That movie was the pros went on strike, the wrong replacement. He was a replacement coach and all that. Actually, it was a pretty good movie. One of very uh, few good movies I thought Keanu Reeves was ever in, besides John Wick and Bill and Ted. For a while there, Keanu Reeves kind of just annoyed me. Of course, he played Luthor in Superman movies, The French Connection. Also, if I didn't mention before, Lex Luger in Superman 1, 2. I don't think he was there for 3, but he came back for Quest for Peace. He was in that one. But yes, rest in peace. Hell of a talented actor, in my opinion. Uh, yeah, not to mean to digress anymore, but I think other day when I got to the hotel room, there was Man of Steel on, the one with Henry Cavill, and Superman 4. No, wait a minute. It was Batman versus Superman. I take that back. Batman versus Superman on one of the HBO channels, and on another HBO channel, it was Superman 4 Quest for Peace. Not the best Christopher Reeve Superman movie. But guess which one I wound up watching? Without a question. I sat there, I was like, you know what? I think I'd rather watch this than that train wreck of a Justice or Batman versus Superman. Great ideas, just poorly executed. This wasn't that good. That one kid playing Lex Luger was miscast by a long shot, in my opinion. But yeah, again, rest in peace. Gene died, 95 years old. Yeah, he was in a lot of good movies. And like I said, he was one of these actors. It, if you look at the premise and Loose Cannons, that was another. Him and Dan Aykroyd in Loose Cannons. I think that's the name of the movie. That's an underrated movie. I actually watched that recently and thought, man, this is a good freaking movie. Very entertaining. So anyway, yes, condolences go out to the family of Gene Hackman, his wife Betsy. May they rest in peace. Other than that, this does it for me this evening. Catch me tomorrow night. Yeah, it's been yeah. I think when I woke up this morning, it was yeah. When I woke up and looked at my phone, think it was on social media, but I was like, this can't be real. So I Googled it, and it was on the all over the news sites. So, but yeah. Anyway, catch me here tomorrow, 8 o'clock. We'll talk about the good old days of professional wrestling with Wrestling Gold Friday night. Other than that, you folks have a good one. Take it easy, and until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Thank you for checking out our P2 Vision. Subscribe to our P2 Vision to watch Ronald Ray's content that covers the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. His weekly content starts off with Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Ronald Ray asks 5 questions about the sport of professional wrestling. So tune in and have some fun. Then it's WWE Monday Night Raw recaps, where he recaps all the action from the Raw brand. Ronald Ray also does an AEW Dynamite recap show where he recaps and has fun doing it. Do you like live streams? Well, join Ronald Ray live on Spot Show Livestream, where he discusses current wrestling. Join the chat and have fun. Spot Show Livestream is on Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. If current pro wrestling isn't your thing, like all wrestling past and present, or you're a new fan and